Welcome back to Stooge Stream for another episode of Wife versus Cartoon. This episode we have a kind of still recovering wife who's getting over the flu, so she's got a bit of a shaky voice, so we're only doing one episode rather than two. But allow me to introduce the polyester to my Guido. That'll make sense later. The knockout Fiona.
I should be the Lucille to your Guido. You should be fighting over me, thank you.
Well, there you go, even better reference. And some of you in the cult 90s and 80s cartoon fans out there may have cottoned on to what we're talking about. Some of you may not. I showed wife here the first episode of Samurai Pizza Cats.
Samurai Pizza Cats.
Definitely a very cult cartoon. I remember watching this in the 90s. This was in the Let's Cash In on Ninja Turtles craze, but this was Japan's cash in on Ninja Turtles. So it was a little bit different. The basic concept is they're a team of 3 superhero / manga armor wearing cats that live in Little Tokyo, which is a fictional mechanized / traditional version of Tokyo.
It's like a steampunk equivalent of Japanese, yeah.
The cartoon is in chibi style. Now, if you don't know what that means, it's that squashed figure style where nothing in the world seems to be more than 2 foot tall.
Right, I didn't know that, so thank you. There you go. I'm learning new things all the time.
Being educated, edumacated on this channel. And this was originally a cartoon. Now I'm going to absolutely destroy this. How about you give that a go? Kieto Ninden Tanedi.
So it's the adaptation of the anime series Kyato Ninden Tiandi.
That sounded like a lot closer
Watashi
to...
no okasan wa Nihongo no sensei desu. My mum is a Japanese teacher. It doesn't mean I can speak anything other than say my mum is a Japanese teacher in Japanese, but yeah.
There you go.
I can at least attempt to read it.
Yeah, so that's what it's based off. Now, there was actually a Famicom game that was never released outside of Japan based on Samurai Pizza Cats that is actually so good. If you haven't had a chance to get it, I'd very recommend, if you're a game collector, or even just emulating it to play it if you're an 80s fan or a fan of the cartoon series, because it's great. But
I'm looking at you, Stooge. We're doing a cartoon animated series show and you still bring it back to video games.
You have to mention it. You have to mention it. So this was released in 1996. It ran for a total of 54 episodes. The English adaptation was actually only 52 episodes, so there's 2 Japanese-only episodes somewhere along the line. Really fun series. It's very much anime that's been revoiced for an American audience. So I'll let you talk about it. What did you think? Let's find out about the characters. What happened?
Well, was this the first episode of the US series that we watched? So it had a very long opening jingle sequence.
Samurai Pizza Cats.
I was like, this is going forever, but it seemed to be setting up the characters. So there's 3 characters, Guido, Speedy, and Polyester.
That's
Guido
the
and Speedy,
Samurai Pizza Cats team.
The main crew. Polyester's the girl kitty, and the other 2 are the Jersey pizza dudes by the sounds of their accents.
They're both the 2 of
Guido.
them, Guido and Speedy, are in love with another mechanical Japanese woman named Lucille.
That was that reference. So it opens with them in their pizza shop and they get an order from Lucille, and Guido and Speedy are fighting over who's going to deliver the pizza to Lucille, and they both race over there, declare their love for her. And then they are rudely interrupted by a mechanical dragon sent by the evil...
Big Cheese.
Big Cheese, of course.
Who's a mechanical fox.
Are they all mechanical? Or just like...
Just every now and then.
Cyborgy or...
Some of them are cyborgs, some of them aren't. So Big Cheese is a mechanical cyborg fox. He's the bad guy, but... You know, in day-to-day life, he's on the Chamber of Commerce, the council for the town. So he looks like a real good guy, and he's helping everything and rah-rah. But in reality, he's the actual bad guy in charge of the evil crows that are attacking everything.
He's causing shenanigans in Little Tokyo for his own commercial gains, it seems.
Of course. He wants the shop owners to fold to him for something.
Yeah. It's a little bit wishy-washy, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
He's greedy, he wants money. So the mechanical dragon, wreaks havoc. It is a mechanical dragon orgy of destruction, they describe it.
Yeah.
So it's very quirky, Samurai Pete's Cats, the series. It's very like Speedy in its references, and it's very punchy and tongue-in-cheek and breaking the fourth wall every now and again.
It's like okay, this is a very, very far out there reference, and let's see if you catch on to this and go, yeah, I kind of get it. It's like if Abed from Community was a cartoon.
Yes. And if you
It's
don't
just-
know Community, stop everything you're doing, call in sick from your job for a week, and catch up
Go
on
watch
on
it.
any
6
streaming
seasons of the
servers
movie.
now. Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Where's the movie?
I don't know, but it's constant pop culture references. It's constant breaking the fourth wall. It's constant, like, it's so fast. Like, there's lines going past that you'll miss because it's just so fast, and it's very, like, half of it's adult, half of it's very kiddie. So there's a lot of slapstick, easy content for kids to digest, and there's a whole lot of stuff they won't understand because they make references, and you're like, that's wow.
Yeah, more so than other cartoons, which you can watch and go, oh, yeah, that's a little bit adult. But no, this is, overtly, not subversive.
Yeah,
Subversive.
overtly adly. They use big words that, and just the references are amazing, and how quick, like, they can get 20 references in a second, it feels like. Like, there's just always something happening in this. I really enjoy it. Yeah, anyway, so back to the story.
Well, that was pretty much it. They well, no, that's the premise. There's a mechanical dragon by Big Cheese and wreaking havoc. But no, the I guess like the mayor or whatever decides they have to call in the assistance of the Samurai Pizza
Princess
Cat.
of Little Tokyo.
Oh, that's right, the princess. Sorry,
Who says the best thing about the Samurai Pizza Cats is they deliver.
they deliver. But as the Samurai Pizza Cats are gearing up and setting out on their battle, you see members of the public, and they're really kind of like disinterested / disdainful of the Pizza Cats, like causing air pollution again.
Yeah, that's great.
So they're not like revered heroes by any means, it seems. So I'm guessing like they're a little bit of a piss take. And while they, have a battle with the mechanical dragons and the henchman.
Who drops the same building 3 times in the sequence. And at one point drops a building on the retired home for Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah, don't forget that. And in the end, surprise, surprise, they are victorious and go back to the pizza shop until they're called on again. One of them has a magical sword, a self-sharpening sword.
Yep, a Ginzu sword. The other one has an umbrella. And the
And
girl...
Polyester has love heart ninja stars.
Yeah, that she throws that can do different
Oh,
things.
she breaks them with love.
Yeah.
Oh, what a nice message.
So, just aside from the story itself, as we said, it's jam-packed full of adult references, which is fantastic for any cartoon because it gives you replay and rewatch value as an adult. But the actual art style itself is a really weird mix for a Japanese cartoon of that era. It's anime, but yet you can feel the Western influence in it as well. It's not all the way anime, so it makes it more can't even say it today.
Palatable
For Western audiences. You can see the cash-in, the Ninja Turtles cash-in, but they went full, like, let's make this irrelevant, jokey, parody, funny, irreverent, packet full of one-liners, break the fourth wall.
And that is the only reason, Stooge, I would continue watching this show, because I really don't like anime. I know it's a bit controversial. I really don't like that Japanese style. I hate the big eyes and the over-exaggerated, like, surprise features and stuff. I'm sure as a kid we watched a little bit of anime, like Astro Boy and that type of thing. But, I mean, the older I got, the more I just did not gel with it.
I'm not a huge anime fan either. There are certain things that I don't mind, like, but they're more the movie-style things like Ninja Scroll, Wicked City, Howl's Moving Castle, but they're very different. The actual anime series, there's not a lot that I've enjoyed, so I've kind of stayed away from them. Now, G. Banks is a big fan of them, so we'll get him to discuss a bit of anime
Fair enough.
in the future, and maybe me versus anime or you versus anime because we don't watch it. But this was close enough to Western style, but yet far enough away that it feels very different and looks very different. And once you watch one episode, you can see why this was a cult hit and not just a huge hit in the West and so on.
Definitely. Yeah, I was going to say exactly that. And they wear little kitty bells that is just so adorable. Like, yeah, like overall, I'm not really interested in watching it again. I think like it will just be the same thing over and over.
Pretty
Like
much
any
is.
cartoon, really.
Yeah,
But
yeah, this pretty much is.
Yeah.
It's a one-hit joke that it keeps hitting for 52 episodes.
yeah.
I'll tune in every now and then, but it's not something that I'd have on constant play type thing. It's a cool kind of flashback to the 90s, and
Yeah.
I look at a snapshot at like the animation style and the influences and everything that was around it. The kind of that jokiness that was coming into animation, that was coming into movies and TV show, and almost the grunge era coming into animation,
Yeah.
and making it funnier and different, more adult. So that for that, it's very cool. But I'm kind of there with you. This isn't something that I'm going to come back to constantly. But it was fun for a one-off.
It was.
It was. So if you're a fan of Samurai Pizza Cats, let us know below. What did you think? How? Why? How many episodes can you watch at a time? Is there any other shows that we should have the wife verse? If you've got any ideas, hit me down in the comments below and we'll add them to the list. This was suggested by a friend, by Luke, so thank you so much for the suggestion. He actually suggested some other things that I've got on the list as well for future episodes.
Let's get to them.
So
Next Sunday morning.
Next Sunday. We were a day behind this time. So thank you so much for watching. I was your host, the Stooge. I'm always joined by
The Knockout Fiona.
adventure, excitement. Stooge craves not these things.
Welcome to the Stooge Revolution.
In a very crackly voice.
It's hot and husky.